Hi there and welcome everybody to this limited overs exhibition match. I'm Mark Nicholas and I'll be with you throughout the day. Let me tell you, it promises to be a belter. Difficult decision upon winning the toss here. The temptation is to bat first because the overhead conditions are ideal. It's a lovely sunny day. Having said that, it's an extraordinarily wet pitch. I think the water must have seeped under the covers overnight and that'll make it difficult to play strokes. This is a very wet surface and will be hard to play your strokes on. I think it might move around a bit too. I mean, it's a pretty good toss to win this, and I expect the bowlers to dominate, never mind the first session, most of the day.
Superb shot.
Yeah, he'll be pleased with that. It came pretty much out of the middle of the bat, and all in all, he looks in good touch.
That must have hurt. He looks to be in a little bit of trouble out there. It's edged and out. Great reflexes. He made it look so easy. Good stroke for 4. Let's take... No need for him to play at those. Wide ball signalled by the umpire. Got him, yes, he's out. Great catch, got his hands in the right place. Somehow it's stuck.
Watch the field spread as the fielding restrictions are concluded.
McGrath at the start of his run-up. Gone. Caught.
Blazing, that's the truth, and he'll regret it when he sees the replay.
We can have a look at that again. McGrath continues. Oh, that must have been close. They turned that into 2. That's good running. super catch. Fantastic work from Watson.
Now that's an important catch. Oh boy, is that an important catch, and didn't he do well to cling on?
Lee gets his first wicket.
It'll seem like a mile back to that pavilion after getting out so cheap.
We can have a look at that again. Out.
Well, you can't miss straight balls, not at this level. That is as comprehensive an end as you'll see.
That was a no ball by Lee. Ouch, that must have hurt. There's the umpire signal. No ball. What a marvellous catch. Safely taken by Clark.
Good concentration. He steadied himself. He had so long to think about it. They're the worst. They're horrible to take.
That's the third wicket now for Lee. He's gone for a duck.
Well, he wasn't out in the middle for long. He didn't trouble the scorers, and neither did he trouble us.
A hopeful shout. The batsman was easily in.
That's good running. More good running by this pair. It puts the fielders under such pressure. Well, he hardly seemed to hit it, and it's 6.
Well, that was 6 as soon as he hit it.
It doesn't matter if it's in the air when you hit it that far. What a wonderful stroke. By heaven, he looks in good shape out there.
That's cleared the rope. 6 runs.
Oh, the bowler won't like that. This is exciting stuff.
Just 1 run. Big shout for that one. He didn't stray far from his crease, but that was all the keeper needed.
Oh, good stuff. He just had a split second to respond.
Gillespie was going to try over the wicket. He's got it into the gap brilliantly.
Would you believe it? He's picked the fielder out perfectly.
There it goes. Oh, that's close. No response from the umpire. Fielded by the man out long on. That's 2 more runs on the board. There's just one there. He's not a good judge of a run, is he? Simons to continue with his off spin. I'm not sure if he'll be able to continue. He looks to be in some pain. I think he was easily back in the crease there. They've turned that into 2. That's good running.
maximum.
Batsmen are in trouble here. We'll need a TV replay to decide this one. That's the red light. He's out. That's the red light, he's out. And the end of the over. Clark to start another over of this long spell.
Now the bowler's giving him a hard time out there. That will have hurt. He won't want to show that it's hurt, but you sense the momentum changing.
That's gone high in the air. Marvellous stuff. That was really well judged. It went a long way up.
Good to have you back with us. You would agree, I think, that the first half of this match has been an absolute ripper to watch. I know Richie's been excited by it, and it's Richie who picks up commentary now. Here's Adam Gilchrist.
Zimbabwe have made an adjustment to their field. Beautiful piece of fielding. We can have a look at that again.
Ricky Ponting takes strike. Huge! That is huge!
That's it.
Oh, another one of those, and this bowler will be out of the attack.
And the end of the over. Zimbabwe have changed their field. Rolled in.
Well, you can't miss straight balls, not at this level. That is as comprehensive an end as you'll see.
This was how the innings ended for Gilchrist. Martin is the new batsman. That has to be close. He's out. This was the end of the innings for Martin.
Here's Michael Hussey.
That's been given as a wide. Confident appeal. Not out.
That should not be given out. It looked to me as if it was going to miss off stump anyway.
We can have a look at that again. Out.
Great bowling. Perhaps extra pace did it and it went straight through it. I mean, that's a fantastic ball. Michael Clarke is at the wicket.
That struck him in front. Loud appeal. Yes, he's given him. This was how the innings ended for Clarke.
On strike is Andrew Simons. The bowling side can now have up to 5 players outside the inner ring.
Umpire is signalling byes. Zimbabwe have changed their field. Struck in front. Gone. Let's take a look at that in slow motion. Watson is the next batsman in. No shot played to that one. Wide ball signalled by the umpire.
He's overstepped, you can see it clearly. You know, I think he's trying too hard.
That's good judgment. No need to play at that. Wide ball signalled by the umpire. There's the umpire signal. No ball. There's the umpire signal. No ball. There's the umpire signal. No ball. That's a big appeal. The umpire says not out. There's never a chance the umpire would give that out.
That's a ridiculous appeal.
Let's see the action replay of that. And we have a change of bowling. Oh, big shout for that one. He's gone.
Not a difficult decision for the umpire to make. That is out.
We can have a look at that again.
Brett Lee's out there now.
That must be close. The umpire's not moving on that one. Really, that was nothing more than a hopeful shout by the fielding team. No need for him to play at those. Wide ball signalled by the umpire. Oh, that's close. He's out.
Definitely gone. He's a goner.
He's gone for a duck. This was how the wicket fell. The next man in is Gillespie. Confident appeal. No response from the umpire. The umpire didn't have to think too hard about that one. We can have a look at that again. A very good over. Only one offered in the end. We're about to see a change in the bowling. Zimbabwe have made an adjustment to their field. Struck in front. He's gone.
Out for me. I don't even think it's a conversation.
Let's take a look at that in slow motion. McGrath is the next man in. Oh, big shout for that one. Not out.
He's just got outside the line of off stump there.
That's a big appeal. The umpire's not moving on that one. There's never a chance the umpire would give that out. We can have a look at that again. Straight through to the keeper. That's been given as a wide. Doesn't need to play at those. Oh, that's close. No response from the umpire. That's McGrath waiting at the striker's end. That must be close.
Oh yes, congratulations. What a good performance in this limited overs fixture. That has been a thoroughly deserved victory. That's it from me, that's it from Richie too. We've had a splendid day here. We hope that you've enjoyed it. See you soon.